My life was hell. I don't even trust my own mind anymore. I don't know what is true and what is not. But I know one thing for sure. Jess, the love of my life, is gone. When she was gone for 3 days, I did everything I could to find her. I attached posters to telephone poles. I called friends and family, people she could run to. I was a soldier and pretended it was a normal missing persons case. But everything only got worse. On the morning of the 7th day, I opened our closet to get dressed. As I scanned the hanging shirts for my purple button, I noticed something in my peripheral vision. Something beige peeked out from under the sleeve of Jess's flannel shirt. I couldn't be sure, but from a quick glance, it looked like a finger. Every muscle in my body froze. My heart started pounding. My eyes darted to him, just in time to see a hint of movement in the limp, drooping sleeve, as if there was something there that pulled up, rolling further into the shirt. I jumped forward and put my hands in my clothes, pushed him back and forth, but there was nothing. My heart pounding in my ears, I tore shirts from their hangers and threw them on the floor. I didn't stop until all the clothes were piled on the floor. But, of course, the closet was empty. I stood there, breathing heavily, feeling crazy. I must have imagined it, probably. But every time I closed my eyes, I saw movement in my sleeve about the fact that something is returning to him. And that made my stomach turn. I was able to hold it together for a few days. I followed the routine of sleeping, eating, working, picking up the kids, spending time with them, going to bed. I focused on calming them down, to tell them everything will be fine. It was difficult to answer their questions. Where's Mom? When will Mom be home? But I consoled them as best I could. The 3 of us were in this together. At least we had each other. But the peace was short-lived. I watched TV after the kids went to bed. I got up to drink more and saw something sticking out of the wall by the stairs. It was on the 2nd step, just a little black dot that my brain knew shouldn't be there. What it is. I stood up and moved closer, the voices on the TV receding as I focused on him. Did the kids drop food or a sock or something else? I came closer and froze. I recognized it. Shiny black satin, bow hem. These were Jess' heels. And now, coming closer, I saw a piece of flesh sticking out above the edge of the boot, and a shadow stretching along the parquet. She is standing there. Jess? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Silence. I moved closer, looking at the shoe. At that patch of pale flesh, the top of her foot sticking out over the curved edge. I grabbed onto the wall to keep my balance and then ran out into the lobby as fast as I could. Nothing. No one was standing on the stairs. I gave thanks. My head felt dizzy. Maybe I imagined it. I drank 3 times, but deep down, I knew I wasn't imagining it. Just like I had no idea I'd see Jess in the basement that night. I wasn't crazy. At least I didn't think so. Then again, if I were crazy, I probably wouldn't know I was crazy. I put the incident out of my mind. I had to. I had to keep it together for my Ava and Henry. They have already lost one of their parents. They couldn't lose 2. So I just focused everything I had on helping them. But there was that terrible night 2 weeks ago. Daddy, I'm scared, Ava said, walking into my room. It was almost 11 o'clock. I groaned at the thought of how cranky she would be when I had to wake her up for school in the morning. Why are you afraid? I asked, getting up from the bed. There's a monster under my bed. Skazala Ava. Usually, these words do not scare parents. Children always think there are monsters under the bed. It's practically a cliche. But going through everything with Jess, my heart sank into my stomach like an anchor. I could hear it breathing. Skazala, Ava. My heart sank further. "Okay, sweetie," I finally said, forcing a smile on my face. "I'll check it for you." The two of us went to her bedroom. My heart was pounding in my ears. When we got to the door, I stopped. You're going to go to your brother's room, okay? And I'll check it out." She ran to his room, and I was left alone. At first, it seemed that nothing was wrong. I could see most of the room in the semi-darkness, thanks to the mermaid's nightlight by her bed. However, the space under the bed was opaque. Then I slowly got up on my hands and knees. The darkness under the bed was pitch black. But when I lowered my head to the floor, I saw through the other side. A bunch of stuffed animals and dolls piled together. The bottom of her unicorn poster. Shaggy purple carpet. I started to get up and froze. No. There was hair hanging from the edge of the bed. I lay there, frozen. Black spots danced in my vision. The hair didn't move when I looked at it. It didn't disappear or disappear. Is Jess lying on the bed? I took a breath. My heart was pounding so hard that I felt dizzy. Slowly, holding my breath, I got up. My eyes peered over the top of the bed. First, I saw the covers, then Ava's pillow, then... Oh, to hell with it. Ava's doll lay on the edge of the bed. Her hair fell over the edge, looking almost black in the dim light. I grabbed the silly doll and put it on the pillow. Then I grabbed the blanket, shook it out, put it on the bed, and smoothed it out. Those damn kids. I swear I'm going to have a heart attack someday. "Ava," I called, turning around. "Your room is in order." I caught my breath. Ventilation hole near the floor. Between the metal rails, two eyes flashed in the darkness. I expected to scream. "Run." I scrambled to the vent. Hey, I screamed. My voice echoed against the metal. "Come back here. What did you do to Jess?" A soft knock. And then, nothing. I let out a shuddering breath. I slowly stood up, my heart pounding. I went out into the corridor. And then I heard screams. Seeing that thing in the vents was nothing compared to the fear I felt when I heard my children scream. I raced down the hall, every part of my body in a state of panic. "Ava, Henry," I screamed, my legs clattering beneath me. The door to Henry's room was open. I burst inside. Ava huddled with Henry, who had just woken up. Both looked behind me. In the shadows behind the bedroom door, I grabbed the doorknob and swung it open in one swift motion. Just in time to see a lock of dark hair disappear back into the vent. "Come on, we're leaving here." I picked Henry up, grabbed Ava's hand, and we ran for the stairs. Metallic bangs echoed through the walls around us, as if they were following us through the ducts, frantically trying to prevent our escape. But we reached the car, and then we pulled out of the driveway, the tires squealing on the road. 2 days ago, I put the house up for sale. We can't live here anymore. I don't know who lives in my house now, but it's not Jess. My wife is gone. I told the real estate agent everything that happened. I was loath to let another family buy this house, only to suffer through it. But she just looked at me like I was crazy. But now, I know my kids saw it too, heard it, felt his presence, crawling and slithering in the bowels of our home. If you're looking for a house, and come across a white house with burgundy shutters behind a fence on a dead-end street in Franklin, Pennsylvania, Don't buy it.